Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Prowess Goes Live, the best part of our week where we are meeting with all of you to help you increase your likelihood of succeeding as an online business manager. Our goal is to really help you understand what it takes to be the OBM that you know you want to be, whether it is leveling up just to be an OBM, whether it's leveling up in your business, whether it's even starting your business. We all start somewhere and cannot wait to help you get there. So, hello, everyone. I'm Ashley Connell, CEO and founder of Prowess Project. And real quick, what is Prowess Project? We help mainly women who are returning to the workforce or want to pivot into their career become online business managers. We have them go through a training. As they're going through the training, we're gathering hundreds of data points on skill, expertise, and work style. We use all of that data to match them up with projects or different clients who would be most compatible with them. So with all of this, we want to do what we always do, right? Kick off with a starter question. The starter question for today is, and put it into chat, what is the last impulse buy that you didn't purchase? That you told yourself, nope, 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 not going to do it. Put it into chat. What is your most recent impulse purchase that you didn't purchase? Put it into chat. I can't wait to hear these. Cannot wait to hear these. Candy bar. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. The extra margarita. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The latest bathing suit at Target. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep. Another outfit for my kid. Uh-huh. What else, ladies? What else? What is the last impulse purchase that you almost made? You're like, no, 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 no. One more. One more. Let me hear it. Random stuff on Amazon, a new pair of pink Dunks that I said no to. I love it, love it, love it. Yes, mine was definitely clothes. I was like, Ashley, you do not need new boots. You live in Austin, Texas, and it is cold for about 3 seconds a year. So if you don't wear those, then it's going to be like you're never going to wear them. So that was mine. And I'll get into why we talked about that today, why we're talking about that, especially today. So, today's topic is all about how you can plan to invest in yourself. And the reason why we are talking about this today is we are coming off the masterclass that we had a couple weeks ago. And in our free masterclass, we were helping you all create a plan in order to become an online business manager. You knew what an OBM is, you knew who their clients are, you heard from people who are successful OBMs, you understood how to get clients, and then you got to take the rubber's got to meet the road, right? You gotta then make all of that happen now that you know how to do it. And with that, it takes investment, whether that is investment in time, whether that is investment in energy, or whether that is investment in financial, if it's money, right? And all of that can be scary. Like you are going to take it from something else that you probably love doing and then putting it over here. And so I want to acknowledge that, yes, it is scary to make a financial commitment, a time commitment, and all of those different things because what if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't work out? But you've got to remember with an investment, it is always going to help you in some way, shape, or form. Okay. So when I'm talking about this today, I want you to know that we help all online business managers. Yes, we have a training program, but you may not be a fit for the training program. You may want your own coaching and want to save up for independent coaching. You may just want templates and you want to save up for templates. You may want the full on program and want to figure out how to be a part of that. You may want to be a part of a community and figure out how you can invest and save in that. So I say this because you can take all of the lessons that we're going to be talking about today and create your own goals or end thing that you want to go achieve. It doesn't just have to be our program. All right. I wanted to just get that out in the open from the very beginning. What I also want to acknowledge is this is scary. This is very, very, very scary. I understand that. And what at Prowess Project, we will never, ever do is put you in or suggest you get into a bad situation where you cannot afford that investment, and then it creates stress, and stress creates desperation, and desperate decision making creates mistakes. Mistakes love a rushed decision. Rushed decisions happen because of desperation. That is not where I want all of you to be. And so that's why we're talking about this today. Okay. So, also, I want you to remember you are probably listening to this today because you are unsure of should I make this investment? Yes or no? What's going to be the ROI? How much time is it going to take? What's the opportunity cost? Good. As an online business manager, those are the right questions to be asking. These are exactly the right questions and the type of data that you need to go find when you are helping a client who wants to invest in a new tool, invest in a new marketing strategy, invest in a new contractor. This is how I want you to be thinking about it. And oftentimes, they may not have the cash yet to go invest in those things, or they may need to take the cash from a different bucket and put it in for this investment. So, whatever you are learning now, and however you are going to figure out how to make the investment in yourself to be an OBM, you can use those same principles and have the confidence because you've done it before with your clients. Apply everything that is happening with you with your clients. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're following along with me, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Let's hear it. Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the back and forth. It means a lot. Um, all right. So before we even go any further, I want to ask you, is being an online business manager what you really want? Let's go back to the idea of dream casting, right? And putting yourself in the position where you have your dream life and you taste it, you can touch it, you can feel it, and it's all those different things. Is being an online business manager still in alignment with that? That is the question I want you to ask yourself. Okay. And the reason why I want you to really, really focus on that is because with any investment, financial, energy, or time, it's hard. It is hard. It will take time, it will take energy, it will take investment. So I want you to make sure that it is in alignment with your dream life. Okay, so let's assume it is. We've all made the decision. That is a route on your Google Maps, is the OBM route, and you want to make it happen. Here are some ideas to help you with the financial aspect of this investment. First one, you must create a financial buffer. What does that mean? I highly recommend you have 6 months of living expenses in a emergency fund to invest in yourself. Okay. And some people say six, some people say three, but that's really, really important that you have that money set aside so you're not worried about getting a client tomorrow, so that you can take some time to really dive into the coaching that you pay for, the templates that you pay for, the program that you pay for, the community that you're going to pay for, and not feel like you needed the ROI yesterday because you will rush through the learning process. And that's not going to get you anywhere. So it is really, really key that you have that buffer. Oftentimes people say from 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Now, remember, living expenses and how much that is however much you want it to be. Like, could you decide that you're going to go, you're going to cut a lot of things so that your living expenses is a lot lower, and then the nest egg that you need is going to be a lot lower? Yes. So definitely something to think about. Okay. So then how do you get there? You come up with your figure, right? How do you get there? Um, this was really, really powerful to me. And it's so, so basic. And you'll be like, Ashley, well, duh. But it was eye opening. I just went through an exercise with my husband where, and he's a financial guy, so he loves this, where we tracked and analyzed all my expenses. He has a spreadsheet that he looks at every single night, and so homeboy is good to go. But me, on the other hand, not so much. So we were really trying to understand, where is my money going? Like, do I really need three different streaming services to watch TV when I watch TV, like, I don't know, once a week? Do I really need Audible and Spotify? Do I really need that third pair of like nice socks that are fuzzy, or whatever it is? Because it all adds up. And that's what I saw over and over and over again, that I had a ton of expenses that I was just paying for that were either recurring or just something that, oh, it's just $5 here, $5 there, $5 here, that really added up. Y'all, it was like over $600 worth of crap I could easily get out of my life. And all of this crap was a distraction from where I want to head and where I want to take prowess, and where I want to be as a wife, and where I want to be as a mom. And so it was so eye opening. So I highly, highly recommend that you do an exercise where you go through your credit card statements, you go through your bank accounts, and really see, where is that money going, and is it in alignment with where you want to go? Okay. So at first, so now that you have the data, right? Like, what the financial budget is, what you're spending on, what you can potentially cut. Now, what are the goals? What are your goals? How much is it going to cost for that coaching, for that program, for those templates, for those resources, for that community? What is that going to be? And what milestones are you going to set out for yourself, so that you can show progress? Okay. It's so, so important on this journey, especially if you're trying to save a lot, that you see little wins, along the way, to show, like, oh my gosh, I am making progress. Oh my gosh, the sacrifices that I'm making of letting go of Hulu because I already have Netflix is going in the direction that I want to, moving me towards my dreams. It's so key to be seeing that over and over and over again. And with these goals, what helps me a lot, and again, why, like, my husband and I did that exercise about budgeting and tracking, is I have an accountability partner now. Like, he knows where I want to go. He knows what we want to save. So we both know, like, hey, okay, we want to have X amount by this date. And so by having that partner, not only is it internally that I know, like, hey, I'm going to be saving for X, Y, and Z, but I have him to help me and guide me. And then I'm like pseudo responsible for reporting to him and staying on the course. Now, of course, could it change and like something could come up? Sure, sure, sure. But that is so helpful. Also, I would put into place and make that decision at the very beginning and tell your accountability partner, what happens if you don't achieve a milestone? What happens if you don't achieve a milestone? Does that mean you do an extra hour of outreach for 5 days in a row? Does it mean that you go out to dinner one time less that month? Like, what is it that you are going to do to hold yourself accountable and make sure that you feel the quote unquote consequences of not sticking to your goals? And that has been really, really helpful for me too, is being like, okay, yeah, didn't hit them. I'm going to reach out to 3 more people a day to see if I can get clients, right? So, understanding what those goals are, understanding what the timeline is, understanding what the milestones are, and then having that accountability partner to be to report to, but then also help you like face up what needs to happen if you don't hit it. Okay. Questions. I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going through a lot. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So then you're like, okay, Ashley, this is great, but I am a caregiver. I have a full-time job. I have, I volunteer at my place of worship. All of these different things, right? How do I find the time to go do this? Just like we went and we tracked our expenses and looked at our budget, I want you to do that with your time. I want you to do that with your time. In your full-time work, are you spending all of that time working? Or could you take an hour lunch and then during that hour lunch focus on your side gig? Like, how much time are you spending on social media? Look at your phone and see, like, how long are you logged in to Instagram? You can make something on your phone where, like, after X amount of minutes per day, it shuts it off. Like, there are so many different ways that you can take back your time and monitor your time so that you can find that extra that you can invest in your dreams and becoming that OBM that you really want to. Okay. Also, very, very, very important, blocking out working hours. I have a mentor who she had a full-time business and then she wanted to start her own thing on the side, and she worked an hour and a half before her full-time job, and she has a kid too. She worked an hour during lunch and then an hour and a half when her kid went to bed, and she had a conversation with her partner and said, hey, these are the expectations that I'm going to set. I want you to know that right now I am investing in this, which is then investing in our future. So she had those times that she was working. Um, Another tool that really helps me is I think it's called the Pomodoro method, where it is you focus and you turn everything off for 25 minutes and really focus on the work, and then you have a 5 minute break. And then 25 minutes of focused work, and then a 5 minute break. And you figure out what that timing is, right? Like for me, 25 minutes isn't enough. I need like 40 minutes to really focus. And then I need a 10-minute break, or again, whatever that looks like for you. Um, Next is, how do you start getting extra sources of income that you can then continue to save towards your goal? All right. The question I want you to ask yourself is, what are you already an expert in? If you are coming to Prowess Project, we know that this is not your first job. This is not your first professional gig. That means you have skills that people need in the professional world that you can go sell. Start with that. Start with the stuff, the services that are so easy for you, that you've been doing for 10 years, that you can do in your sleep, and start selling those. Because guess what? If you start selling those, there's a high, high likelihood that as you get into those businesses with those clients, they could become your first online business manager clients once you start your business. So what are you already an expert in that you can start selling now to make extra cash and start creating those relationships so then they can become your first OBM business or clients. Then other ideas of ways that you can find that money, especially if you are full time. What does your current pay structure look like? Do you get bonuses? And if so, can you put part of that bonus, all of that bonus into a different account that is just made for your investment? Do you work overtime and get, I don't know, time and a half? Can you put that overtime amount in a different account for your investment? Like, what is it that you can do that will help you create that extra money in your job that you already have? Could you renegotiate a commission structure where the more people you bring in, the more money that you get? And then, therefore, you could take all of that money and put it into an account to invest in yourself. Could you be a part of more affiliate programs and send other people to different programs? Like Prowess has one where we will send you money if you send people, whether it's OBMs or clients who need OBMs, our way. I write you a check each month. So again, tons of ways that you can really get more or make more money in order to invest it. Then the last way that I'm really going to touch on how to get money for your investments are who else can help pay for it. And I don't mean gifts. I don't mean go, ask someone else for this money, like who is just random, but who else can invest in your success? And the key word is investing, meaning they put this money in, they get something out. Could you go to a current client and say, "Hey, um, I have coaching that I want to be a part of. Could you pay for half of it?" Could you go to a current client and say, "Hey, I want to up level what I'm delivering you. Will you pay for this program or pay for these templates for me?" I mean, for them, this is a write off, right? Like any sort of training is a write off on their business and your business. So they are very likely to pay for them if you can show them what they will get for their business by paying for you to go through the program, the coaching, the resources, what have you. So you've got to get crystal clear on that. Hey, if I was working for Leah, hey, Leah, I am currently a VA for you. I really love working with being your VA. And I have aspirations to be an online business manager. And I think there are a ton of opportunities to really take your business to the next level. Will you split this investment with me so that I can bring scalability, technology, more revenue sources, and financial stability and planning to your business? Leah's eyes are probably like going to be this big and being like, "Oh my gosh, yes, yes, please help me." So again, how are you going to help that client or whoever is going to help you split it because they are investing in you? Also consider future clients. Like if there is a person that you have been working with or talking to about some big investment, be like, "Hey, yeah," or some big project. "Hey, yeah, I can do this for you. First, I need to borrow, or I need you to invest X amount of dollars so that I can gain these skills and then give it to you either at a discount or give it to you to pay off, whatever that looks like." And then, of course, like going to your coach, going to the program, going to the community, going to the resources, and simply asking, is there a different payment plan that I can achieve? I can pay X amount per month. I can pay X amount every 2 weeks. Like, is there a way that we can make this work for everyone? They can either say yes and great, or they can say no and great too. But it doesn't hurt to ask. Okay. So I went through a ton today. We talked about how it's normal to be nervous about investing time, money, or energy into becoming an online business manager. We talked about before we move further, is it really what you want, and making sure that it is, because you're going to like work really hard to get it. And that's exciting, right? But you need to make sure it's really what you want. We talked about some ideas of how to start that plan, how to create that financial buffer, that 3 to 6 months. We talked about budgeting, tracking, and analyzing where your expenses are going now and what you can cut. We talked about creating those goals, those milestones, the accountability partner, and what happens if you don't hit them to ensure that you do next time. We talked about how to set aside that time or money, whether it's blocking, whether it is cutting out social media or TV or what have you, or whether it is selling a different service or going to have a client pay or help pay. And I shouldn't even say pay. Again, I should say if there is a client who will invest in your opportunity too. So there are so many different ways and so many different resources and in such a clear path to help you get to your goals. The main question is, do you want it? The main question is, are you committed? The main question is, do you have the support around you, whether it's an OBM community, whether it's our Facebook community, which is free, whether it is an accountability partner. Do you have all of those things so that when it gets hard and finding the money isn't easy, finding the time isn't easy, wanting to give up is something that feels so much relief, right? You have those people to fall back on because you told them, hey, this is what I want, and they're doing that for you. It really, really, really is key. All right, y'all. Any questions on what we talked about today? Any questions? We went through a ton. Oh my gosh, yes. Great, great comment. It's an eye opener to think of your time as money. Those hours scrolling, those hours sitting in the parking lot while kids practice, they are money. They are dollars and cents. How do you use them to best serve you? How do you use it to best serve you? Awesome. So, one thing that I want to share is, as always, we want to help as many women as possible become online business managers. So, we launched this week a 30-day guide plan where you can get crystal clear on what being an online business manager looks like for you and how to become one with our workbook. And then once you do those 30 days, you get a one-on-one coaching with Leah. All of that together is worth well over $2,200. Arguably 2000, because Leah's time is very, very valuable. I tell her that all the freaking time. But all of that for $47. So I am going to put that link into the chat now. I can find it. Here we go. So check it out. See if this is the best right step for you. We know that a lot of people want to take that first step, want to get clear on their plan, want to start becoming an online business manager, but just need those guardrails and just need that one-on-one coaching session to make sure that the plan works for them. So I invite you to jump on that workbook. And for all of you who have any questions, you can always reach out to us on any of the social channels, in the Facebook group, by email. And look at me, 30 minutes on the dot. Whatever y'all need, we're here to help support you on your OBM journey. Thank you so much for being here. Next week, we're going to be having a guest come on who is talking all about EOS, which so many people have been asking about, entrepreneurial operating system. See you next week.